China. This is not Nazi Germany. We have a freedom of assembly under the First Amendment Constitution of the United States of America, and we shall uphold our rights as American citizens because we love this country.
Rise, together we rise, together we rise.
Oh, and if you love this country, you will stand and fight where you are. You cannot disengage. This is Janice Arnold-Jones, and I am sitting in for Adam Kokesh. Adam versus the Man, and Adam is in Farmington doing a documentary with the BBC on, I'm guessing, celestial navigation, but I'm not sure. Anyway, we are enjoying having this discussion, and we're going to go right back to Paul and then to Bill. Paul, there you go.
Okay. Long story short, no sidewalks.
Right, in the South, and and it's really, people, I have to ask you a question,
Yeah.
The South Valley had the most powerful legislators for almost 20 years. And how is it you didn't have any sidewalks? How did that happen?
We had some sidewalks, but they weren't complete.
Right.
And like Don was saying, I had to call. I called this one, and I called the next one, and I called this one. I called 311 to find out who to talk to. And nobody knew who to talk to, but they gave me this one and this one. And I finally got a hold of Elaine in Ken Sanchez's office. And I'll tell you, that lady really did a job. Within less than, it's around 6 months of me moving here and checking into this, I got a sidewalk where there wasn't any before.
Wow. But and the good news is there are truly, truly good public servants out there that would like to do a good job, and they just get pooped on.
Elaine from Ken Sanchez's office, she came out to see where it was. I went out and I showed her. I said, we're trying to save money by not using our cars to go short distances, and I said, I want to get the exercise. As I said earlier, I use a wheelchair. I do walk, but I use a wheelchair for long distance, and this is about less than a quarter mile away to my church. And it's like, I don't want to take my car down there. It's crazy. I want some exercise. And and I was out on the road, and of course it's 30, it was funny, 30 miles an hour one way, 35 miles an hour speed limit the other way, and nobody looks at that. Nobody uses it. That's another thing, but anyway.
Well, I would say, I will match you streets. I live near Pennsylvania, and we go 30, 25, 30, 35, 25 within about a half a mile.
Right, but nobody obeys them.
Yeah, except for when they need to increase revenue.
Yeah, that's for sure. But anyway, I got sidewalks. They're not concrete, but they're blacktop, and I said that's fine. I don't care. At least I'm off the road. And now I'm working with Elaine to get the rest of it, a little patch, so we can go up to. I have a Walmart Market, which is about a mile away, and a mile to me is nothing.
Sure.
I've got the strength in the wheelchair, but I want to be on the road. I don't want to be on the road when I'm doing it. I want to be on the sidewalk.
I don't blame you.
Nothing against beautification in the middle, which they had money to spend. I said, take some of that money and put it on the sidewalks. So, anyway, it was a pleasure talking with you. I know you got others, and you got... I always enjoy listening to you earlier. And, by the way, I know Frank. Frank's a pretty good friend of mine.
Oh, no kidding. Well, we need to get him back from Kentucky.
Yeah, he's coming back, so...
Anyway, Paul, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care. Good night.
You bet.
Bill, thank you so much for holding for Adam versus the Man. And this isn't Adam, this is Janice, and I am just honored to be sitting in for him.
Well, I spoke to you this afternoon. I got turned on to your show when Adam used to be on the 3 o'clock spot.
Well, but I thought maybe I don't have very many Bills who call in, so I was thinking, I wonder if that's Bill. Thank you.
I'm a regular caller into Adam's show when I can meet him. I really enjoy his show. So
he is amazing, isn't he?
Yes, he is. It seems like kind of you're continuing a lot of the same conversation from your earlier show today. And, I've been thinking an awful lot about this problem we have when we got our politicians they're just giving us the bumper sticker slogans like we talked about this afternoon.
Yep.
But the problem is, too, I get thinking about it, for any politician, regardless of their stated governing philosophy or ideas, to really do something, it's like they have to a grenade. Because our society seems to expect things that are absolutely unrealistic out of government, and of course the candidates seem to be willing to play along with that because it gets them elected. So we've got a problem on both sides here, not just in politics, but in what our citizenry seems to think that government is able to do, or should do, or shouldn't do.
I agree. And having been there, and it really was a privilege to be in the legislature, but I'm looking at candidates today, right now, and honest to goodness, Bill, they're going to go up there. They're not well-informed candidates, and yet they're going to govern, and they have no idea what they're going to do. They don't even have a foundation from which to kind of launch, and so they're going to be told what to do. Boy, that bothers me.
People tend to forget that the candidates are just people. They're not special people. They're just people.
Well, I'm a person that speaks to a lot of different people in the day because I'm a service plumber. So I'm from business to business and house to house, and I meet a lot of different people. And I seem to hear two schools of thought from people. You get people that are always lamenting that there ought to be a law to solve something. Then there's the other group of people, business owners or private individuals, who seem to think the government is in the way of anything. Even if they caused their own problem, it's government caused it. Government got in my way. I'm not discounting your earlier caller that had problems with government in building his building, but I know plenty of business owners that use that as their excuse for their own incompetence too. And this is coming. I'm a small business owner.
Absolutely, I would say it's like the businesses who are whining because they're not succeeding. But if you ask them what they did to plan to get there and what steps they took, that didn't exist either.
Absolutely. We don't have accountability in government or really in private or business. It's missing seems to be entirely from our society, and I don't know how to solve that.
Well, and I will go back, and I think the concept of individual responsibility, and I'm going to guess that you are part of the generation that I grew up in. And I think we were just starting to lose that. But the generation preceding us, known as the greatest generation, really understood individual responsibility. And if we're going to rescue our own country, somewhere along the line we have to stand up and say, I'm responsible for that and no one else.
Well, I'm actually the generation between you and Adam. I'm the next generation after you.
Oh, you're just a kid, Bill. Bill,
I'm 38 years old.
Can you hold on through the break? I sure would like to continue this. All righty, thanks so much. This is Janice Arnold-Jones, and I am sitting in for Adam Kokesh on Adam versus the Man. This is AM 1550 KIVA, more positive talk radio. It's a conversation. Please give us a call.